My hair was falling out by the handful. It was scary and I didn't know what to do. Before we even begin, I'm going to be showing you a lot of different products and a lot of different strategies. Links are below for everything, including some meditations that might be helpful to you. If you're new here, my name is Michelle Pava. I'm a licensed psychotherapist. I also have a background in cosmetology, cosmetic chemistry, and psychodermatology. So when my hair started falling out, I thought that I was equipped. I thought that I knew pretty much everything that you need to know about how to keep your hair, but apparently I was wrong. So I want to share with you what I have learned because now I can see results. For most people, you're not going to really see any results for about 90 days, 3 months, but I'm 9 weeks into this and I'm feeling pretty confident that I can share, and I'm going to tell you where the problems were and also how I found some solutions, and some of these solutions might be right for you. First, let me state that you should definitely see your physician because there could be something else brewing and you need to get that addressed. However, for most of us, it's probably stress and probably a little bit of your hormones going a little haywire. It could even be nutrition. One thing that I noticed is that when I showered or when I brushed my hair, there was way too much hair falling out. Way too much. Now, I know that I wear my hair up all of the time, and I know one of the questions would be, well, if you're wearing your hair up all of the time, isn't that pulling on your hair and maybe pulling your hair out? And the answer to that is maybe, but for the most part, no, because I never have my hair up in a really tight bun. It's more loose and it never feels like it's strained. I've been wearing my hair like this all of my life. I've never had a problem. So for me, it just seemed a little too sudden and a little too intense for it to be because I wear my hair up. Definitely, when you wear your hair up and if you're pulling your hair really tightly, over time, you're going to start to lose more and more hair if you're doing that, if you're abusing your hair. But if this is sudden, something else is going on. It's not your hairstyle. So the number one thing I did is I went online and I was Googling like save my hair. One of the first things that I did is I started a calcium magnesium complex. Now this particular one also has vitamin D3 in it, but I will tell you that that wasn't a big deal breaker for me or deal maker for me because I already take 10,000 IU of D3. But I wanted to take the Cal Mag because magnesium is all about lowering stress and it promotes hair growth. So the other thing that I did is I started taking biotin. This is the brand that I use, and I'll put all of these down below. Let me see if you could see this. And so this is important because biotin is sort of the fuel that helps nutrients. So you need to have biotin, and a lot of people do biotin for hair growth, and it helps all of the nutrients get to those follicles. This is very important. Before you take any supplements, always check with your doctor. I did check with my doctor on the biotin because it does say the biotin could be dangerous, but for me, it's fine. So I did that, but I also started fascia blasting on my scalp. Now, I already fascia blast my whole body. So if you don't know a lot about fascia blasting, I'm going to put a link below, one of my older videos. Fascia can be very binding, and when you have a lot of binding tissue, there's not a lot of circulation. So you need to release the fascia. So if you're prone to maybe having headaches, or if you're under a lot of stress, even if you don't have headaches, you might not realize how much tightness you have in the fascia in your body. And fascia is everywhere. It's surrounding all of your organs, veins, your arteries, your muscles, and it's even on your scalp. So this is my fascia blaster. This is actually for the face, and I use this on my face, but I also use it in the areas where I was having somewhat of a problem. So I did small circular movements. If you want me to do a specific video on this, let me know. I would be glad to do that, but I want to get through all of the products that I used. But the fascia blaster for the face is what I used on the scalp. And for me, this was about releasing tension, releasing the fascia, and stimulating circulation. Two other products that I started using, Vegamore, and this is a serum, and I'm gonna put this on right now so you can see how easy it is. So I'm only gonna do a little tiny bit. So you take a little tiny bit, a little bit in the dropper, you just put it wherever you want to put it, you put it in there, and you just massage into the scalp. It is very refreshing. So there's castor oil and some essential oils in it, super amazing. And that's also when I take my fascia blaster and I do little massage movements. Now, one of the other products that I use is the dry shampoo from Vegamore. So this is where sometimes you are washing your hair too much, or you're not washing your hair enough and you're not stimulating the scalp. So there's two sides of the same coin, where what you can do is if you're not washing your hair enough, therefore not stimulating the scalp, you can put a dry shampoo on and massage it in, and you're going to massage the scalp and you're going to have much fresher looking, healthier scalp and hair. But also, if you're washing your hair too much, you can skip some of your washes if your shampoo is a little bit rough, and you can use a dry shampoo instead, which will give your scalp a little bit of a break. So really, it should be every 2 to 3 days that you wash your hair or stimulate your scalp. Lastly, these are the two most important products that I've been using from Young Living, Progest Essence Plus. And so this is giving you a little tiny bit of progesterone, especially if you're going through perimenopause, especially if you are postmenopause like I am. A little tiny bit of progesterone with some essential oils really is amazing. This also gives you just enough of a hormone balance to kind of keep the hair in there. This also helps to naturally balance your hormones. I use this one at night because progesterone helps you to feel more relaxed, more at ease. For me, it takes away all of that low progesterone insomnia or any of those hot flashes that normally used to come with low progesterone. A little goes a long way, and it has a really light essential oil perfumey smell, so I use this now as also my perfume. Regenolone, also from Young Living. This one also very natural, very comfortable. This one is going to give you a little boost of estrogen, and you need estrogen to keep your follicles in. The only two that I use every day are the Young Living, and I feel that these are really the root issue because I am postmenopausal. So I feel like using these really made a change, and they smell so good. The dry shampoo, I just use that on weekends. The Fascia Blaster, once a week on my face and my scalp with the Vegamore. CalMag and Biotin, I use 2 to 3 times a week. If you're losing your hair, you're probably really stressed, and you probably also need to just chill out. You need to distance from negative people, from negative situations. You need to nourish whatever makes you happy. So if you need to be more creative, or if you need to make healthier foods or cut down on sugar, really look at your whole life. Do you feel like you're more reacting to people and things happening in life? Do you feel like you're out of control and at the mercy of other people and situations? Or do you feel like you are more in control? The key is to have a balance. You have to be mindful and realistic that there's an external world and other people have stuff going on as well that you may or may not have to deal with sometimes. But also you have more control than you think. Now, I do feel that for some people, you're going to lose your hair, it's genetic, and it's just something that you do have to deal with and you do have to cope with. But for a lot of people, you can reverse hair loss. For me, I had a lot of hair loss more in my natural hairline, as well as distribute it throughout my entire head. But I just want to show you in my natural hairline. So this is the new growth, which I'm pretty happy about. And that was only in like 2 months, 2.5 months. So I want you to know that new hair growth can come back even if it's been missing for a while. And as you stimulate and bring health to the scalp, not only are you going to get your hair back, not only are the brows going to come back, you're going to feel better because you're actually getting rid of some of that fascia, some of that tension, and you're also nourishing your body. I can't say that my lashes are really that different because I didn't feel like I had as much of a problem in the lash area, but my eyebrows were definitely sparse. And my eyebrows are not only back, but I think my eyebrows are a little too much. Believe it or not, I'm actually plucking my eyebrows a little bit. Please give this video a thumbs up and please comment below because your comments and your likes are like oxygen to me. Not only does it feel good to me and not only does it help me to create new videos, but it also is inspiring for other people. I think we should start a conversation and talk about thinning hair and what has worked for you or what hasn't worked for you. And if any of these products have not worked for you, please voice that below too, because just because it works for me doesn't mean it works for everybody.